Everyone. So today we're going to discuss about how we can make a workboard planner in a whiteboard. Workboard planner concept is very important in day-to-day life. For many of us students, working professionals, etc., this helps to keep a track or keep a progress report of how we are progressing across. What are the ways we can organize our goals into week, into month, into quarter and yearly action items, and also it has a great impact in the organizing ability which you will realize weeks or months later. So before I begin with the video, one of the major concepts that I've used here is the concept of mind maps. Mind map is something that is very good concept where it involves integrating all the action items using a branch tree kind of a diagram. For example, let's say these many items I have to cover in this particular month. So this is how it's going to categorize and connect it. Like for example, in the academics, in the hobby, like I like to create different type of content in the reels, in the Instagram videos, etc., podcasting, infographic posts, reels, etc. Now at the work level, what are the different nature of things that have to come in my working professional career? For example, who are working in the office, they may have to do certain certification courses, they may have to do certain things that helps them in their own career, and many other tasks related to the office. Now coming back, the starting part, you can start with a quote. And for me, endurance and discipline is something that is I prefer always having it. Okay, so I've put that. You can also put a thought of the day, and this should be changing every day, because when you come up to the board and do something on a day-to-day basis, on a daily basis, this will actually kick off the laziness and get you excited that something is actually happening across in your life. And the next comes is the month. So for me, May month was very aggressive. Like I had some aggressive goals and action items. So it's like going all hot. So you can use these kind of funky things, and it will be a good thing. It will keep you going. Then comes the mind map. So like others, including the workout, the cooking. I like watching Netflix documentaries. So yes, in a day, like maybe when I go for the lunch or dinner or breakfast, during that particular time, 20 minutes, I prefer to watch different documentaries. It's good thing not to binge watch, but do something that is actually giving you a perspective. That's why I go for Netflix documentaries. Apart from that, this is the most important part, the daily checklist. Daily checklist, this concept I have taken from the aviation industry. In the aviation industry, we have seen that before the takeoff, the pilot has a list of all the checklist items, what are like engine check, hydraulics check, etc. Similarly, this is something that is a daily thing for the checklist. For example, sweeping, or like I'm a little bit freak about cleanliness, so sweeping or having room fresheners, everything should be smelling good, organized, neat and clean. Any follow-ups should be taken. Like for example, if I have to take a follow-up, like a revision call, or calling a couple of friends or something like that, in that way, cooking and ration check, and of course any other ancillary item. Another important thing that I prefer using it is the sticky notes. Sticky notes is, people can use different colors, but it's okay. Just like if you have like anything that is suddenly coming up, or immediately you believe it's an idea or it's something that you can forget, just take out the sticky note, paste it anywhere, write it out, that's done. So this column is all about the today, action items for today, for the week. Now let me tell you an interesting concept. A study has proven that if you keep your goals aligned on a weekly basis, that actually has a more efficiency rate. For example, in the corporate sector, the week is divided into 52 weeks. Most of the MNCs work in this particular format. The goals, the metrics of any kind of business organization in the MNCs, they are targeted across in a 52-week format. Okay, so this is how the weekly efficiency is actually having more impact than a monthly and a daily thing, because in a month you will lose the momentum, you will not be able to see where you are progressing, and in a daily basis you'll have exhaustion, different kind of thing, like you get bored, freaked out, anything like that. Remarks and notes is something that is very important. You have to take like someone's birthday, or what you felt in this month, what all the gaps that are there in this particular month which you could not achieve, etc. Action items for the month and the quarter. So this is again a very important thing. Like right now we are in the second quarter of the year, Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June. April, May, June is the second quarter. So what are the action items that are there, like any kind of courses that you have to do, anything that you have planned, anything in academics you have to cover up, or you have to get in touch with a couple of certain people whom you have to go for a follow-up or something, anything like that. So these are the action items. Year end action items, that what are the action items by the year end you have to see, like maybe covering up a couple of learning courses, etc., for people who are students in college or school, or in fact working professionals in different domains. Gaining an expertise over the Microsoft tools is a very important thing. Microsoft tools will actually help you getting an edge over across all paradigm of life. The data analytics skill that is there for Microsoft Excel, the advanced Excel, they're using the VLOOKUP, the HLOOKUP, etc., and forming pivot tables, pivot charts. This is something you can keep as an action item for the college going students, and it's all available there in the YouTube. Just have to sit and binge watch over there. Remarks and notes is also an important part. For example, if you have something to write, this is always a good column. So this is how you can incorporate a whiteboard. Also, the same thing can be done on a white A4 size paper. Okay, so nothing like it has to be done only on the board. So people who don't have the board, don't freak out. You can do it in a notebook. In a notebook, what you can do is draw 3 columns, like a serial number, a blank column, and a remark column. Remark column and the notes column has to be there. It's very important because you have to write your observations, whatever has been done, because that is only what is going to be reflected by the progress. For example, in this particular month, I will write the remark that I could not post more than 4 podcasts. Okay, but I had a target of much more, like around 12 podcasts. So yes, couple of things left out in academics. I had to explore something on the field of project management, but that I couldn't do. So these are going to be the remarks. Now that is going to be the action item for the next month. Okay, so whatever your remarks which is getting left out, the items that you couldn't do in a month will be the follow-up for the next month. So put a more aggressive goal. Yes, more importantly, put aggressive goals, because let's say if you put 2 goals and you achieve 2, it's okay, not a big deal. But if you put 10 goals, you are achieving 3, it's still better than 2 out of 2. And don't get bothered about the efficiency percentage or something like that. It's okay, it's not a big deal, but do give aggressive goals, because that is what is going to push you out of your limits. It's going to push you out of your comfort zone, and you're going to achieve something. Organizing ability, simplification, and everything is going to help you with this kind of habits. So start working out on your planning. Planning is very important. 80% of the task is planning and just 20% execution. So plan well. Wish you all the very best for your success and in your career and across all endeavors of life, and all the prayers for you and your family members surviving across the pandemic. Jai Hind and have a great day.